You're an angry individual. I'm going to share with you in this video why that might concern you, as well as how to fix it. I'm not here to judge. For most of my life, I've had a Jetwick temper when it came to dealing with stupidity and stupid people. The problem with that was I grew up surrounded by people that would reflect this kind of energy to me on a regular basis. One time when I was in my 20s, I was talking to a friend on the phone and I could hear some guy in the background say something that I didn't like. Went over to his house and my friend said when I left, it looked like a murder scene because there was blood everywhere on the floor to the ceiling. In 2014, I was so disassociated with my body that when I decided to attempt to take my life right before I met Archangel Michael for the first time, I actually felt as if I was murdering my body to get back at God. In 2020, after my divorce, I got so pissed off with this life path that I was on that I opened up a portal to hell and got some demons to take out my old highest guide. Days later, I received a visitation from my highest guide when he opened up a portal right in front of me and started to express that I had no idea how many problems I caused him. That's when I pulled out my etheric sword and stuck it through this portal right between his eyes. I spent so much time during these days picturing myself astral projecting and ripping the wings off of angels in heaven that my guides decided it was time to allow a fallen angel to attach to my aura, help me make a decision about what side of the fence I wanted to play on. I spent 18 hours consumed with the most insane amount of rage I ever experienced before. Every muscle in my body was flexed. I had adrenaline pumping through my veins as I pictured heaven and every being up there burning. It got so bad that it was hard to physically move, and eventually I couldn't take this amount of rage flowing through my body. I cried out for help, and that's when Jesus came to me and cleared this fallen angel off of me. I tried shutting off this matrix through astral projection, only to have been met by some very powerful individuals. I know what it's like to be angry, and for most of my life, I was filled with anger and rage. Growing up in an emotionally unstable home environment, combined with being bullied, combined with things happening in my life that I didn't agree with, feeling betrayed by my God. I know all about what it's like to feel anger, but what you need to know is that this life is short, and the things that you do, the anger you carry around in your heart in this life, it's going to have a drastic impact on your afterlife. I think it's okay to spend this whole life carrying around a bunch of anger in your heart. You're going to be in for a surprise in the afterlife. Some people think it's all cool, fun and games to play around with fallen angels, this and that, but I would highly recommend thinking otherwise. So how do you heal the anger within? Sometimes we've identified with this anger so long, we don't know anything but that, For me, when I had my spiritual awakening, when my mom passed away right before my son was born, I looked at who I become, and I seen someone that was so full of anger and sadness and rage that it was impossible to heal. So 13 months later, I just decided to attempt to take my life. But one of the things that I learned after realizing that suicide was no longer an option, and that I didn't want to spend the afterlife in this fallen angel energy, that the only thing that I could do, the only choice I had, was to heal. And one of the most powerful tools that transformed my life from being one individual to wherever I'm at now is meditation. This gave me the ability to take the time to go within, to relax, to not react to my environment, instead respond and take the time to decide how I wanted to respond. And this was the biggest catalyst in changing my life for the better. So if you've come to realize that you're an angry person and you want to change, start with meditation. You can add getting out in nature and cleaning up your diet, but meditation's number one in my opinion. That's all I got. Hope this helped. Thanks for watching.